Hey guys, how are we doing? Back on another video from Totally Not Mark, and we are on his Dragon Ball Super Review Part 2, covering the Universe 6 Tournament arc. And the first part was hard because we'd all seen pretty much what had happened already. We knew what was going on with the story, and a bit boring. This was when things got really interesting, because this just opened the universe to like so much stuff, like the gods of destruction, or the universes, Saiyans from a different like universe, and other angels and other races as well. And it was just, I loved it. I loved, like, it wasn't like and Hit was cool, and mate, this was boss. Like, it wasn't the most impressive thing ever that we'd seen, but it still was like, it opened up so many more options for Dragon Ball. Let's see what Totally Not Mark has to say on this.
Welcome back to my long overdue and now retrospective review of one of the most popular or unpopular, depending on who you're talking to, Dragon Ball series out there, Dragon Ball Super. Last time I faced possibly my most taxing challenge to date, playing my way through 2 entire arcs of Dragon Ball Super in one failed swoop. It wasn't looking good, and moments before I lost my mind, a figure in a shroud of light appeared and whispered gently into my ear. To this day, I still have no idea what that ethereal voice said, but the peace and serenity ushered through it carried my weary body to the finish line.
And you did it.
Last time. This is a new day, and a new Totally Not Mark. I'm
Yay.
stronger, faster, and this week we are tackling the arc that finally starts introducing original stories.
Yes.
Chronicling the adventure our heroes go on to meet the task of an inter-universal tournament.
This was boss.
So, sit back, grow out your beards,
Some disappointing moments, but
and Kaio smash those like and subscribe
oh my god, what a moment
right now
that
we
was.
are diving into my review.
I remember being in my
Super, the Universe
previous
6
job,
tournament arc.
walking in, and everyone in the kitchen were just like, anyone see Dragon Ball Super? And I was like, what? It's like, it was like watching Dragon Ball Z!
The recreations of the Battle of Gods and Resurrection F films didn't exactly set the world on fire, but instead Toei Animation and Dragon Ball Super's reputations. Across the entire world, you simply couldn't escape it. Plastered on every forum, on every social media that would mention Dragon Ball Super, the memes were unavoidable. Fans clearly were not happy. We were tired of remakes, we wanted something new, and boy did we not know anything about how the animation industry worked back then. Things, needless to say, were not going all that well for Dragon Ball Super. Then, enter the Universe 6 tournament arc. Let's see how this goes.
Yes.
Episode 28. The episode itself kicks off as Goku and Vegeta are training on Beerus' world under Whis, seen doing 50,000 one-thumb, one-arm handstand push-ups while wearing incredibly heavy clothing. Out of nowhere, a blast crashes in the surrounding forest, waking up an angry Beerus that begins attacking Goku and Vegeta, who, as we previously established, can barely move. It turns out Beerus' brother Champa, who we are told is fat in a number of different and creative ways, desires to challenge his brother to a food competition.
Straight away, just like,
much like Beerus with his 7th universe, is Universe 6's God of Destruction. Having gathered the most delicious food his universe had to offer, Beerus brings some delicious food from Earth to combat Universe 6's best efforts. Goku calls Champa fat, once again reinforcing this to us in case we forgot in the last 6
just in
minutes.
case you didn't know.
Universe 7 wins the food competition thanks to some cup noodles. Champa, because of this, desires to locate his universe's Earth for their food, but finds out that it has long since been destroyed. During this exposition, we find out a host of information regarding the universes in Dragon Ball Super and how they work.
Oh, like the corresponding numbers in that.
Universe that they share a ton of similarities
add up to 13,
with,
don't
12
they?
universes in all, each one governed by an angel and God of destruction. Beerus and Champa begin
So 6
the
and
squad,
7 being
leading to
the
their respective
opposites,
attendants
add up to
having to step
13.
in to stop the conflict. Champa then suggests that, since they can't fight each other, they should host a tournament between their respective universes. A 5v5 tournament where the winner stays on to face the next, with the winner receiving the Super Dragon Balls.
The Super Dragon Balls, I thought that was a whole new thing.
So begins the arc. I actually found this opening to be pretty good. Again, not amazing, but it hit all the marks.
It was setting up something new.
Characters, the plot of the coming episodes, and I'm always down for a good tournament, so
hell,
bring it on.
yes.
Episode
Tournament arc.
29. Beerus decides to leave it up to Goku and Vegeta to figure out who their remaining teammates will be for Universe 7, with one caveat. The captain is to be a mysterious warrior of Beerus' choosing, who is, according to him, much stronger than Goku. We fast forward
this is a
to
weird
Earth,
one.
where Bulma, hits Beerus again, establishes a plan to use the Earth's Dragon Balls to find the Super Dragon Balls before Champa does, all the while he and Vados are off creating the tournament grounds. However, Shenron doesn't know where the last remaining Super Dragon Ball is. Thus, Bulma is forced to create a Super Dragon Ball radar, that she makes with ease, by the way.
Yeah, like no
she
trouble
has a sister,
whatsoever.
I guess. Using her sister Tights' contacts, Jaco and Bulma now make out a plan to search for the Super Dragon Balls
Does she
while
come back
Goku
into
and
it at
Vegeta
all
find teammates.
after that?
It's a nice little episode, establishing the stakes and unpacking all the setup of the prior episode for us to better understand what the consequences are within the world. Episode 30. This episode is trash. I'm not even going to spend much time on it.
Wait, which
It's
one was
just
this?
a crappy recap episode of the last two episodes, and maybe a little bit of the other stuff, but I'm serious. The point is, Goku and Vegeta recruit Piccolo and Buu. Done. Next.
Right.
Episode 31. This episode is really weird. I mean, I like it, but I also don't, so let me explain. The episode is centered around the antics of Bulma and Jaco, the Galactic Patrol Officer, as they pursue an individual called Zuno.
Oh, of
that,
course,
by Jaco's
yeah.
own description, can answer any question asked of him. He's sort of an all-knowing being. And don't worry, I'll address that in a second. But once they arrive, they realize that they require an appointment that they don't have. And the appointment waiting list is quite long. So it's a good thing that the person ahead of Jaco in the line was a low-life criminal that takes one of the servants hostage. Jaco incapacitates the criminal with
Which is
ease,
cool.
having his place in line. Wow, that's convenient. Once inside, they give the big Zune man some smooches, Bulma's official cup size is revealed, and Zuno answers Bulma's question about the Super Dragon Balls. I thought this episode was funny and interesting in parts, and really forced and lazy in others. I enjoyed the
Yeah,
ease with which
it's
Bulma
interesting
and
how that
Jaco
character
gained
comes
access
into
to
the
question
Goku Black
room,
arc
but
as well.
I hated that there just happened to be a criminal there before. Like, what are the odds of that actually happening? Additionally, I like the idea of Bulma taking the initiative to think of a way that she can gain the upper hand without force like the others do, showing that she is an active character in her own right that will do what she can to protect the Earth too. But the fact that there is a plot device MacGuffin character that knows everything
is a bit weird.
ridiculous and
Yeah.
is horrendously lazy. And it shows because he wasn't used in the rest of the show to date. He was literally created to teach us
No.
about the Super Dragon Balls.
No.
Nothing else. Well,
Using the
you
Goku
get cup size.
Black
Who
arc.
the hell cares about that? Because the tournament is starting in the next episode.
Zamasu goes
Episode
to see
32.
him.
What can I say? I'm a simple
And
man.
asks about
I hear
Goku.
a tournament is coming and I get
I'm sure.
excited.
Am I
this
wrong?
episode does contain the start of the tournament, sort of, but it also has a whole bunch of setup, but it's fun setup, so I dig it. The episode kicks off with Goku and Vegeta inside the Room of Spirit and Time, or Hyperbolic Time Chamber, depending on your persuasion, as they train for 3 years. Upon exiting said room,
They have
chamber,
facial
both Vegeta
hair.
and Goku have beards and stink like nothing else. So that's fun. Whis has prepared a cube transporter to carry the combatants and the spectators to the area Champa and Vados have created the tournament grounds within. They meet Monaka, the strongest in Universe 7 apparently,
And the music.
Goku punches him in the face. What a weird thing to do to someone you just met. They arrive at the tournament grounds, meet the competitors, and take a test to make sure they aren't mindless. Goku scrapes by with a pass, and Majin Buu falls asleep
This was,
entirely.
which is
Already, the team
lame.
of Universe 7 is down to just 4 fighters.
Majin
Goku,
Buu
Piccolo,
never gets a
Vegeta,
moment.
and of course, Monaka, who Beerus insists goes last. Goku opts to fight first against a
Oh,
Xi
yeah.
Jinping-looking character named Botamo, and a penguin alien sings the national anthem of the universe, ending the episode. Episode 33. Okay, so we didn't get much action in the last episode, but in this one we get the conclusion to 2 fights. Count them, 2
Yeah, they just-
fights.
it-
Goku
really
versus the
quick
president
for
of
a Dragon
China
Ball
is
episode.
First, and Goku gets off to a rough start, but mostly due to him not having digested his food from the trip over properly. He starts warming up, doing some squats, and jogging as he dodges Botamo's blasts. He eventually warms up and starts going on the offensive, but quickly realizes that this isn't going to be as straightforward as he once anticipated. Botamo, you see, has the ability to absorb a seemingly infinite amount of physical punishment without
So
any
just
damage
throw him
sustained
out
to
the ring.
himself. However, with that revealed, the means with which Goku can defeat him becomes clear. Judo throwing the bear out of bounds. The winner of the first fight is Goku, and so Goku moves on to the next round to fight Universe 6's second combatant, Frost, who looks like Frieza, only, you know,
First
blue,
form.
and apparently not evil. In fact, he
Which
has
was a really
reputation in
cool
Universe 6
idea.
as being a very good person. According to Kaba, the Saiyan from Universe 6, Frost is a peacekeeper in his universe acting on behalf of the weak that can't defend themselves. However, once he starts fighting with Goku, it becomes clear that he can't keep up with the Saiyan, especially after assuming his Super Saiyan form, which came much to Kaba's surprise as he has never seen that form before apparently. Without seemingly trying, he puts Frost on the back
I like how
catching
they
his initial
made
attacks
Frost
effortlessly,
went into
beating
his
to a
second,
pulp,
no,
causing
third
his
form,
legs to buckle and
and
shake
then went into the
beneath
final
him.
form
Goku
to
requests of Frost to quit, but he
pushes him.
refuses, moving in for one more punch.
Yeah, he's like,
which
"Come on,
again
stop
is
holding
blocked
back."
by Goku without much effort, but this time, something's wrong. Goku falls weary, and Frost capitalizes on this by knocking the Saiyan out of bounds. Goku is eliminated. Now that's what I call a cliffhanger. Episode 34. Frost has eliminated Son Goku, much to Beerus' dismay, and so next up is Piccolo. Piccolo begins dodging Frost's initial attacks.
Being quite tactical about it, isn't he, Piccolo, the fight?
Or Special Beam Cannon, depending on your persuasion. Clever movements, the utilization of some defensive techniques, and a long underutilized ability of his to stretch his arms. Piccolo restrains Frost as he readies himself to release his finishing attack. When suddenly, as Frost moves his arm, Piccolo too becomes weary and drowsy, creating an opening for Frost to take out Piccolo, completely incapacitating him. It seems that Frost has won the match. However, this time, Jocko has an objection. Armed with fantastic eyesight, he noticed that Frost, much like during his fight with Goku, has broken the rules. Utilizing a barb on his wrist coated in a fast-acting neurotoxin, this is considered cheating, and so both Piccolo and Goku are reinstated. And it turns out Frost is actually super evil, and in fact,
but I didn't like that.
He acts as a peacekeeper for. Once this is revealed, Vegeta insists that Piccolo stands aside for him to fight Frost, which he does without complaint. Next up, Vegeta versus Frost. I still don't understand why Piccolo is eliminated now for opting
Yeah, like, why was he out? Why isn't Goku fighting him?
Whatever. Episode 35. This episode, like many of the others that came before it, deals with quite a lot, it feels like. And to be honest, this entire arc has paced itself rather well, I think. Maybe one or two episodes were a little slow and one episode was entirely recapped, but the vast majority has been quite good at staggering its plot points and story beats effectively. In this episode, Vegeta eliminates Frost with one lonely punch. Frost tries to steal the tournament earnings while the next match is being set up. Hit intervenes, however, and incapacitates Frost. Turns out Hit's rather strong. Who knew? Before the next fight begins,
it's not like it's built up to be like the
next match will take
final
place within
boss.
A large box of sorts. Anyway, it becomes clear as to why he does this as the match pushes forward. While Vegeta, the third fighter from Universe 6, can't fly, he is incredibly strong and gives off tons of steam, causing the arena to warm up dramatically. With Super Saiyan alone not working for Vegeta and the air running out in the arena, how will he deal with this new foe? Episode 36. Vegeta, getting desperate, throws everything at this Tin Titan only to have it either be thrown back in his face or for it to have little to no effect at all. Gallic guns, punches, kicks, and evasive maneuvers having achieved little to nothing for the Saiyan, other than a very close, almost loss by way of ring out, causing Vegeta to lose his temper.
Oh yeah, he just lands on a bit of the thing, bit of the floor that's travelled outside of it.
The charge here is honestly quite nostalgic, taking a lot of cues and visuals from the original one in the Cell Saga. The lightning surrounding the Saiyans spreads far and wide as it envelops the entire planet they are fighting on. Cutting up the land and arena floor like butter, Vegeta readies his blast, takes aim and fires it towards Vegeta, who, to everyone's surprise, takes it like a champ. Vegeta then follows this up with a massive punch and some insults, which honestly affected him much more than
he doesn't like being insulted, does he?
Leading to the Universe 6 fighter getting knocked out of bounds. The match is over, Vegeta is the victor, and out comes the next opponent for him, the Saiyan from Universe 6, Cabba. Episode 37. In this episode, we get introduced to one of my favorite dynamics to develop from Dragon Ball Super, period. And it all starts here. The match begins. Vegeta and Cabba soon discover that they are pretty well matched in their base
coach him into
However, the situation for Cabba becomes clear when he reveals he has never heard of a Super Saiyan and cannot change into one. And in the middle of the fight, he requests Vegeta to teach him. This appears to enrage the prince as he explodes into Super Saiyan, knocking Cabba for a loop with a single blow like Frost before him. He batters and bruises the boy before grabbing him by the scruff of his neck, looking straight into his eyes, promising to destroy his home and its family. With all of this in the back of Cabba's mind, it incites a dramatic transformation within him. He's done it. He's achieved the legendary Super Saiyan form, and as he explores his new powers and strength, the Saiyan Prince Vegeta cracks a smile. Apparently this had been his plan the entire time. This was his means of training Cabba. He tells him to keep pushing himself, to never
just goes blue and he goes, "You'll never beat me."
Vegeta and himself fuel his efforts. Vegeta transforms into Super Saiyan Blue, shocking Cabba yet again. The reflection of Vegeta in his eyes vanishes from Cabba's view, and before he even registers his disappearance, Cabba falls to the floor, defeated.
Face down,
Vegeta's
man. That must have
words,
hurt.
"Never forget this pain." It's a great episode and wonderfully
It was cool.
establishes
I really
the story
liked
and
it.
role
It was
for
class.
Vegeta to assume as a teacher for the next generation. But there's no time for celebration because Vegeta has steamrolled through 3 of Universe 6's team. Now remains their ace in the hole, their final fighter, Hit the Assassin. Episode 38. Alrighty, so this episode and the next are sort of where all the best action and business occurs in the arc. But despite the next episode having everyone's favorite moment, I genuinely feel this episode is the best one. And we get a rare shot of some blood too, which, if we are talking about modern Dragon Ball, is really rare. The episode kicks things off with Vegeta, now on his fourth opponent, Hit, the final contestant from Universe 6. The bell rings, the ref shouts, Hajime! And Vegeta bursts into Super Saiyan Blue. Now, this is something I thought was kind of weird. Vegeta actually comments on the weak stance Hit assumes from the very beginning, but Vegeta is standing like this.
Hunched over, like, whatever.
Front-facing, with his face exposed, leaning forward. Not only is this a terrible fighting stance on a fundamental level by Vegeta, but this is also the first time I've ever seen him take a stance like this in this series. At the first sign of movement, Hit zooms into action, Vegeta remarking that he's very fast before taking a knuckle to the mouth. Instead of taking things slowly, Vegeta launches forward before once again being swatted to the side with a strike to his neck. The fight progresses much like this. More and more blows land on Vegeta as he continues to lose power to Hit, remarking to himself that he can't seem to see Hit's movements at all. And so, he devises a plan. He allows Hit to land a strike on him, but this time, he catches the punch once he absorbs it. This catches even the incredible Hit off guard, and now with the assassin in his grasp, he can no longer
Or can it?
Vegeta falls to the floor, lifeless.
It was a good plan.
Is the winner. As the match wraps up, Goku and Jaco discuss Hit and his movement. With Jaco, someone who prides himself on his ability to see, remarks that it's like Hit completely disappears while he's attacking. The king of the Galactic Patrol, who is also there. Sorry, I sort of glanced over that part at the beginning. He says that it could be a technique
we missed the hilarious joke of him touching his tentacle as well.
Time up to 0.1 seconds, allowing the wielder to attack unseen. Goku then makes his way over to the starting point. Passing Vegeta on his way, he asks if he has any advice for him. Vegeta doesn't have any. Apparently, Whis this time has the knowledge necessary to give Goku an advantage here, or to at least level the playing field. But he sees this as training, reassuring Beerus in a joking manner that they still have Universe 7's strongest fighter, Monaka, waiting in the wings. Monaka, it's revealed, is a fraud. Without being aware of this, Goku is Universe 7's last hope. The fight begins. Yeah, this is all in the same episode, by the way. There really is a lot in this one. It's definitely an underrated episode, I think, because of its proximity to the next episode. Hit goes on to ask Goku why he hasn't transformed. Goku explains that he doesn't know how to beat him yet, and he wants to save his stamina for later. The attacks from Goku come from a number of different angles, all while evading and faking shots.
And every time he tries to hit him, he gets hit.
Hit at this point recommends that he give up, as taking so many hits to his vital areas could end very poorly for him. Goku smirks and refuses, because apparently he's found an opening. Goku launches forward, moves to strike, but instead blocks, anticipating his technique.
Which was class. I remember watching that being like, oh my
God. Swings his fist towards the time-skipping assassin, grazing his cheek with his knuckle. And look, purple blood, spoiled in this episode here. Goku attacks again, anticipates the attack, blocks it, and anticipates where he'll move once again, landing his second consecutive unanswered blow. The two go on to explain that they will start taking things seriously from this point on, ending the episode. Episode 39. This episode is pretty much all action. Kicking things off in Super Saiyan Blue, we see Hit's perspective of attack for the first time, as he is once again taken off guard by Goku. Only this time he lands square on his back. Attack after attack, Goku is getting the better of the assassin. Couple this with some wonderfully on-model artwork, and you have yourself some great scenes. Hit does some sort of fake power-up, explains that he's not like Goku and the others and can't just power up by screaming, and will just have to improve on the fly using his own abilities. And he does just that, increasing the scope of his time skip longer and longer. Because of this improvement, Goku is knocked to the floor once again, with another heavy series of attacks. Struggling to his feet, he reveals that he has to resort to his secret weapon, a technique not yet perfected.
Oh my God, this was so epic.
Now, where have I heard that before? That's friggin' right.
It was so epic.
All of Dragon Ball has made a guest appearance in Dragon Ball Super as the big finish to the battle. I'm obligated to like this as a result. I can totally see why this is a lot of people's favorite moment. I mean, how could you not? It's incredibly exciting, though not spectacularly built up to by any means, but not bad either.
Literally went into work and everyone was like, "Oh my god, did you see Dragon Ball Super?" It was like watching Dragon Ball Z.
How it sort of made sense to couple it with Super Saiyan Blue, given how we know that form works. I remember seeing this for the first time at like 1 a.m., lying in bed, trying to contain my excitement. The entire arena is enveloped in the red glow of the Kaioken. Goku is too fast and explodes from the
Sorry,
arena.
I've just realised something really funny that I'll explain at the end of the video.
Hit. He charges and fires his Kamehameha at Hit, ending the episode. Quite the finale. Episode 40. Oh, but wait, it's not the finale. Goku and Hit go back and forth a bit longer, but it's obvious that the best part of the fighting is over, really. Eventually, Goku's body starts giving him trouble before he chooses to forfeit the match.
His body is like going
Besides, now it's Monaka's turn. He gets to watch him fight. Hit recognizes his sacrifice and repays his debt to Goku by throwing the match against Monaka, too. Universe 7 is the winner. Monaka, the victor. Champa is extremely
and then we never
threatens to
see
destroy his
Monaka
losing
again?
team that he created. But it's cut short as some tiny figure, flanked by some tall gentleman, arrive on the stage. Beerus and Champa look worried. Episode 41. It's revealed that this is Lord Zeno. He's pretty much the superior to
He's
Beerus, Champa,
the big
and
deal.
everyone, really, including the angels. Goku, being Goku, walks up to Zeno and strikes up a conversation. Zeno actually really likes him. Zeno reprimands Beerus and Champa before announcing that he did really like this tournament and that he will hold a tournament similar to this in the future. After that, it's time to make the wish in the Super Dragon Balls. Apparently, the last one that they were looking for was the very planet they were fighting on. The dragon is called forth, and look, it looks embarrassingly bad. Like really poor clip art kind of bad. It looks awful, and the wish is made, whatever. Beerus wishes that Champa's universe got its Earth back. It was the sweet wish, whatever.
It was
And
nice.
That's Dragon Ball Super's third arc. Just when things were at their worst, Dragon Ball Super delivered some of its best.
Yeah.
Well, maybe that's going a little too far. I mean, the animation largely was okay, not spectacular. The story was very by the books, despite some moments of genuine
We got something
interest here
new,
and there.
though.
It is a million miles better than the first arcs, but why don't I have better things to say about this one? Well, despite me really getting a kick out of the Kaioken moment, the fight between Goku and Hit is really lazy, I thought. The beginning is by far the best part, watching Goku feel out the situation, trying to figure it out.
what he's
But the
doing,
second half is just move after move coming out of seemingly nowhere to even or flip the odds in favor of the next fighter.
excuse
It
me.
just randomly gets better. I mean, I don't get anything out of that. It's not interesting. Also, it's a tournament arc that didn't have a resolution, a final winner. Well, I mean, it sort of did. I mean, Monaka, but come on. Is that how you want to end this? Yes, I hear the comment section screams. I suppose the promise of another more impressive tournament down the road is something, but I would have liked a more concrete finish to this contest and not just a ribbon on Beerus and Champa's relationship. With that said, it did deliver a moment I really genuinely had excitement for, but let's not forget that this is less than a third of the way through this series. There's still a metric frick ton of
Oh
anime
my
still
God,
to watch
the
and
next-
review, and after this, I'm re-energized and ready to review the very Goku Black arc. If you want to keep up with my antics and this series, make sure to subscribe and ring that notification bell if you actually want the subscription to work. But that'll do it for this week. I've been Totally Not Mark, and thank you so much for watching.
So, just a quick one. So, obviously, like, I can't see my girlfriend through the whole time of this self-isolation malarkey, like, so however long. And I didn't have any beers in, so I messaged her saying, you know, you've got all these bottles of cider that you haven't had for ages here. Do you mind if I have them? Because you're not going to have them in these next, like, however many weeks. Anyway, it's fine. So I've just been sat here this evening drinking them, and I've just looked at the date. And this went out of date at the end of August last year. I've drank like 3 of them. So, see how I am tomorrow. I'll drink these. But that was good. I really liked the tournament. That Kaioken moment was boss. Really, really cool moment. And I can't wait to see him review the Goku Black Arc, man. That was just like, it's dead good. So anyway, thank you guys very much for watching. What do you guys think of that? What do you guys think of this? Click like, subscribe, and leave comments down below. Let me know what I should watch and discuss in future videos. And I'll see you guys. Next time.